Hello.
It's all about Ghanaian languages. It's all about Ghanaian languages. It's all about Ghanaian languages, Junior.
Hello everyone, welcome once again, and today I have a very interesting topic to share with you all. We are going to look at how Portuguese and Dutch they had an influence on some of the Ghanaian languages, especially the coastal languages. Okay, yeah. So I'm not going to waste too much time. As usual, if you wish to have private lessons with me in Ghanaian languages, be it Ga, Dangbe, Chi, Efutu, and others, just take my number on the screen. If you want to have access to Ga and Dangbe books, okay, so that whilst you are studying your Ga and your Dangbe, okay, you have just a bilingual book to assist you. As usual, take my contact, my WhatsApp number on the screen, and let me know. Then again, don't forget, I'm on my WhatsApp channel is still Huniah-Tete and Facebook Huniah-Tete. Okay. Last but not the least, do not forget that there are so many articles I have published about Ghanaian languages. Okay, and then you can go to historicalhunia.blogspot.com to read on them and also to get some of these PDFs that I've published to help you in your Ghanaian language learning journey. So without much time we waste, let's just begin. One thing you have to note and understand is that the Portuguese, okay, they came to have some sort of colonial rule on us. The same applies to the Dutch, okay, and they had contact with most of the coastal tribes. That's the Ga, the Fantes, and then the Enzimes. So this influence is not only on Ga. Okay, they had influence in Fante and in Enzima as well. So one thing you have to notice that one thing I want to chip in is about maize. It's interesting that the Gans call maize abele, the Enzimes also say abele, the Fantes will say ebro, but the Portuguese who introduced this to us, they call it maize. That's one puzzle that I've not been able to solve. So if you think you have an answer to this puzzle, why we all call it abele, ebro, but they still call it maize, if you can help out. But yeah, but let's just go to the similarities. So our first word in Portuguese is o forno. O forno. So in Portuguese, o forno is oven, the oven, o forno or forno. And we, the coastal Ghanaians, we say flono. Okay. So this one is from Portuguese. Now there's this word, cadeado. And cadeado, you know, old Portuguese is not the same as modern Portuguese. So perhaps old Portuguese will say cadeado. Okay, or cadeado. And our people, I don't know how they understood this word cadeado. And then this cadeado later became, let's take with the fancy, cladoa. I don't know how they were able to, but cadeado, cladoa. Then the guys also say claloa. Yeah, it's from Portuguese. Then let's look at this Dutch word, kalkoen. So this one is in Ga. In the Ga language, we say klakuno, and the language will say klakumi. Okay, klakuno. And there are some Gans also say klakun, and obviously it's from the Dutch word kalkoen. In Portuguese, cap is copo, and which we say copo. Okay, nail is prego, and prego. We realize that the Gans are saying pleco. There is Almighty Jesus Christo, and obviously you can guess where we took it from. Jesus Cristo, and it's from Portuguese Jesus Cristo. The same way we say paradiso in Ga, paradiso, and obviously it's from the Portuguese word paradiso. That's paradiso. Okay, and in Ga we call Bible Biblia, Biblia. And then the Portuguese also say Biblia. The Ghanaians do call bread abolo, and it's interesting to know that in Portuguese, bread is also obolo. Obolo. Okay, obolo. Okay, we have the Brazilian Portuguese and then the Portuguese of Portugal. So in Portugal they say obolo, and then Brazil obolo. Okay, then ebi in Ghana is abei, and then Portuguese is abelia. Now let's look at onion. Ghana is sabolai, Portuguese is cebola. So the onion in Portuguese is cebola. So that cebola, Ghanaians will say sabolai, the Ewes will say savalai, and then the northern Ewes will say sabala. So you realize that everyone and how he or she says it. Now when you take the Bible, okay, the Ghana Bible, you will see names like Matthew, Luca, Marco, okay, Paulo, Timoteo. So those names, you could see that they are of Portuguese origin. Okay, so whereas in English will say Timothy, but Ghanaians don't say Timothy. Ghanaians say Timoteo. The Ghanaians will say Zachariah. Okay, Galata, that's Galatia, but Ghanaians will say Galata, all from Portuguese. Now we have this word kane in Ghana. Now let's understand it a little bit. Let's go to Portuguese. They'll say candeia. So even candle is also candeia in Portuguese. Okay, so now this word candeia obviously is from Latin candela. So candeia or candela. And now the Fantes will say canea. And then the Ghanaians will also pick from the Fante and drop the a and will say cane. So maybe so cane, turn on the light. But in Portuguese, candeia obviously is both candle and light or lamp. Now, in Ghana, singlet is camisa, and then obviously you can guess its origin. In Portuguese, camisa is shirt. And then in Ghana, when you say amralo, that's government, amralo. And then amejador is also in Portuguese. So we took the word amralo, which is government, from amejador, from Portuguese. Okay. Have you heard of this word before? Aconta. Yes. So this in Portuguese we say a conta, account. So a conta, account, and then the Ghanaians will say a conta. Okay, so bu a conta, and then the Fans also say a conta, the same thing. Bu a conta. Okay, yeah. So it's from Portuguese a conta. The Spaniards will say la cuenta. Okay. Yeah, and please note that Portuguese is a Latin language, so Portuguese is also closely related to Spanish. So because of the Portuguese influence on Ga and Fante, Spanish will also look like these same words are in Spanish. Now, I want to chip in this word. The Swedish. Okay, the Swedish language is closely related to Dutch, and interestingly, in Swedish there is this thing they've been saying, which is yo, and it's the same as the Ghan word yo or the Fante yo. We use yo as okay, they also use yo as okay. So I don't know whether they had influence on us, they pick our yo or we pick their yo. I don't even know which is which, but all I know is we are sharing that same yo with them. So let's go back to sapato. Sapato in Portuguese is slippers. In Ghana we say aspatre, and the French will say asopatre. We have this where we say sickly, and it's from Dutch suka. Yeah, sickly. We use the S, and then they use the S, but English is sugar. So we didn't really borrow it from English. We borrowed it from Dutch. And then there is this interesting word. The Gans will say shikitele. But before that, I want to give you a brief introduction about Ghana. In Ghana, most words that are S in other languages, in Ghana, we use the SH, the sh sound, to maybe in tree. If a tree maybe says kwasia, Ghana will say kwashia. If a tree man says sika, Ghana will say shika. So this word, secretaries, okay, which is obviously of Dutch origin, the Ghanaians will take the S sound and change to sh and say shikitele. Shikitele. So in Ghana, shikitele means secretary. And you can obviously tell where we took it from. Shikitele. So when we say shikitele, in the Ghana tradition, it's a secretary. Okay. And then let's do some one words that we say in Ghana, which are obviously of English origin. Let's take this word, komi. So this is just a bonus. Komi. In English, okay, when the whites or when the Brits, okay, finally came here, at first we Ghanaians we call kenke otim. Okay, otim. So till date, if you want to say liquid from kenke, we say otim shino. But then because we've always been taking our maize or our bele to the corn mill, so we say me ya corn mill, me ya corn mill, me ya corn, then we became me ya komi, then komi. Then the name otim was replaced with komi and became komi. So this is just the bonus. So have I left any other word? If you think I've left any, kindly let me know, or kindly drop it in the comment box so that others will also learn from it. And yeah, thanks very much for joining us today. And without much I say, thank you very much. Yeah, you well done.
It's Genesis on the beat.